Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to work on a fuel pressure sensor right here. This is for Mercedes. It's a C300. It's a 2009, but it should apply within the given range. So first things first, you remove the seat, this rear seat, which is going to be here. So first things, you unclip them from right here and then from right over here, and then once that is done, you remove this one right here. It's kind of a cover. It has like four, it's going to be the E8, so the four is going to be right here, 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 and right over here. And then next thing what we do, we disconnect this right here. This is a connection right over here for the gas tank. We just disconnect a connection from here and then one right from here. So the connection switch you're going to disconnect is just right over right here. There are two. Alright, something quick before I proceed. Before you remove the rear seat, which is right over here, there's this connection which is going to be holding it, just right here. It's kind of like a hook. So once you lift it up, you just push it back, and then this thing is going to come out right from right over here. Same from right over there is going to come out. You just lift it up and then you just disconnect from right there. And then also to this side, you remove this connection right here. And then next important thing, this thing is going to be right on top. It'll be locked. Then you'll use something like a hammer, and then you hit it from the side, and then this thing is just going to like open up like this, and then you can take it out. So the reason why I did that, because you don't need to do it, because this car came with gas, so I have to drain it out. So to drain out, you just drain from here. You don't need to create a hole down there. So that's it. So this side, you don't need to open it anyway, but for my case I did. So for your case, don't open it if the fuel tank is empty. So this procedure is very relevant, very good to do it when the fuel tank is empty. So next thing, we go below the car, because our fuel tank is just level sensor is just down inside here, so we have to lower the tank down. So next things, we just jack our car up. You can put it on a lift. If you have a special lift like me, you take it all the way up. If you don't have it, just use whatever stuff you have. All right, let's take the car up. So next thing, I took out this cover. This cover is going to be right on top here on this side of the tank. So there's a cover, so you take it, it's 10 millimeters, so you just get out of here 10 millimeters, and then finally to the front there's going to be like an 8 millimeter going to be somewhere here, and then this cover comes out. You do the same for this other side. You come to this other side right here, you take out the whole of this cover. Then now this is our gas tank. So our next things, what we do, we just remove this exhaust. So you can just remove the exhaust from right over here. You disconnect it and right over here. Just take your time. So when the exhaust comes out, we can remove this inner cover, which is going to be right over here and here. And then finally we'll have access to the tank so that we can lower it a bit. Also we'll have to remove our axle if we don't have enough space for up there. But for now, let's just open it up. Let's take out the exhaust. So you can just take it right from here and here, and then you can come right inside here. You can remove the hooks, or if you don't have enough space, you can just take it out from right over there. So you do this on this side, and then you come to this other side. You do for here and then here. All right, let's do it. So you just take this like this from right here, and this one right from right over here. Just like that, exhaust is out. So we have this whole area to us right here. So our exhaust is just right over there. Now we can proceed from right here. So to remove this inner cover, there is you come right here. There's a Torx 20. It's a 20, yeah, 20, and then there is an 8 millimeters. Same like that. There's a Torx. There's an 8 millimeter up there, just above this right here. Then there's an 8, and then there's a Torx, and then there's a Torx, and then this thing is going to come out without a problem. So let's proceed and remove it. this thing comes out from right over here. To make this thing easy to come out, we remove this Torx 55 or 60. Remove these 3 of them, and then this thing just comes down. Then give us enough space to remove this, and then to access the tank right over there. So this right here is a 60 millimeters. It's a 60 T60. It's the Torx 60. And you just remove this thing right from here. You hold this from 18 millimeters right here. So in here, make sure you have something to counter this from behind here. Then you can use a 16 to open. Then this thing comes out without a problem. Just like that, it comes out. You do for the rest of the 3 of them. Second one is out, and then the last one is right here. Just take like that. So once you're here, you remove this one right from right over here. So just remove this thing right from here all the way. Just like that, it just comes out without a problem. So giving us enough space to take this guy right here, and then we have access to a fuel tank right over here. So we remove this 13, and then 13, and then we lower it, and then the last 13 right here, and then the last 13 millimeters. So this tank is going to come a bit lower, so we can access the stuff up there. So you remove one side completely, but make sure your tank is empty, like mine right here. So once that is done, you come to right here. So this is out of the way. Just come to right over here. And this comes out like this. We try lowering it. We just come to this other side. It's right over here. You just lower it. So you're using a 13 millimeter to do this job. So you take this out completely. So you see our tank. So you just take this on a little bit and then try holding this place with maybe a jack or something. So use something to jack up. You just hold this tank so it doesn't fall straight up to the floor. Make sure you have a safety measure to hold it like that. So you just do the rest. You remove the last one, and then you just wait for it to come down slowly, and then you can see you can access up there. So our tank is free. Alright. We know that this thing is being held up from here, from up there, so we don't want to upset this side. So we're just trying to work from this area and see if this thing can come lower and if we can access it. So something quick, I just put this thing back just quickly, and then right here I just put it a little bit, not all the way, just to hold our tank, because I forgot something from the top. I'm going to show you right now how to do it. These are 2 bolts holding this tank from the up, which you have to release it so that this thing can come lower. So when you come on top, you see these 2 bolts right here, so you have to remove them. They are 13 millimeters. So once you remove them, the tank is going to be free, so that's why it's important we do it from below. We hold it before we go down there. All right, let's begin removing. See right there, this thing just went inside and this thing just went down. So this 2 just put on the side. This thing is free. We take the car up, then we can work from below. So you just take this and then you take this one right here, and then you lower the tank. So the tank is loud enough, so what we're going to work on is just right on top over here. I don't know if you guys can get enough space. Let me try and see if I can bring this one down. Another thing I have to point out is right here, you just disconnect this thing which goes to the emergency brakes, and then you just let this thing go down. It's going to act as our emergency support, but at the same time you have to have a support here. And then just right on top right there, we have our fuel, our pressure sensor. So you come to the front from right here. This is the driver's side, and then this is where this cable is. This is the rear of the car. So you just come like this. If I put my camera right in here, so you can see right over here. I don't know if you guys can see. This is our fuel tank pressure sensor. You guys can see it. So what we do, we just disconnect. We disconnect right from here like this. Just disconnect, and then you just take it out like that. I don't know guys, you can see it. And then this one comes out, and then this thing is going to be like this. We just gently lift it up. We have these hooks, we just take them apart. There are 2 hooks, one on this side, one was in the other side. Once it comes out like that, this thing is going to pop out from right over there. So you just take these hooks aside, and then you pry this thing, then it just comes without a problem. Alright, let me just try and work on it. I just only have 2 hands, so let me use both of them right now because this is where it needs it. Alright, something quick to point out, you just push this thing behind like this. This thing pops up, so you just lift it like this to come on the side, just like this. And you guys can see, just lift it like that, it come out like this. So this thing is locked from the other side, and then you just push these 2 things, and then it gets this thing out of this hook, and then just pry it on top like that, and then it just pops out. So after wonderful work, this thing just pops out. So just like that, we have a fuel level sensor, fuel tank pressure sensor. It's not a level sensor, it's a fuel tank pressure sensor. So right here is the information which has on it. So the part number is 121222306 and then you can get this thing, you can buy it. So make sure once this is out, you just compare the old one and the new one to make sure everything looks good before you do you put everything back. So literally, to put it back, you just do the reverse of what we just did right now. So make sure you put everything the way it was, and then you should be good to go. Alright, just like that, this thing just sits in right here, and so the new one is in. So you can put everything back, and then it should be good to go. And I hope you guys like the video. Please, you can leave a like and subscribe, and then see you in the next one. Bye bye.